Hello and welcome. In the tutorial, let's learn about polynomial. So first we will know about the definition of polynomial from class 10th. So let's start. So the polynomial, an expression of the form function of p in the form of x is equal to p naught a1x plus a2 x square plus so on an x the power n, where an is not equal to 0 is called a polynomial in x of degree n. And here a naught, a1, a2 and so on an are real numbers, and each power of x is a non-negative integer. Here we will use degree of polynomial, and it is simply means highest exponential. Now let's see polynomial of various degree. The first polynomial of various degree is your linear polynomial. In this, a polynomial of degree 1 is called linear polynomial. A linear polynomial is of the form px is equal to ax plus b, where a is not equal to 0. That is, function of px is equal to ax plus b, where degree of x is equal to 1. The next type of polynomial is your quadratic polynomial. So the quadratic polynomial, a polynomial of degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. It is of the form function of px is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0. The next type of polynomial is your cubic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. It is of the form function of px is equal to a cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a is not equal to 0. Now let's learn value of a polynomial at a given point. So here it is. If function of px is a polynomial in x, and if a is any real number, then the value obtained by putting x is equal to a in function of px is called the value of px at x is equal to 0. Sorry, x is equal to a. The value of function px, or we call it px, at x is equal to a is denoted by p function of p a. The next thing which is important here, that we must know the zeros of a polynomial. A real number is a, or alpha is called a zero of the polynomial function of x if p function a is equal to 0. If alpha, the first case, if alpha and beta are the zeros of function of px is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0, then we can find the zeros of the polynomial. First, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Second thing, we will calculate alpha into beta is equal to c by a. The second thing, a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are alpha and beta is given by function of px is equal to x square minus alpha plus beta whole into x plus alpha into beta. Next, if alpha, beta and gamma are the zeros of cubic polynomial, function of px is equal to a x cube plus b x square plus cx plus d. Now we will calculate alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. Second, alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha is equal to c by a. Third thing, we will calculate alpha into beta into gamma is equal to minus d by a. Next, a cubic polynomial whose zeros are alpha, beta and gamma is given by function of px is equal to x cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma whole into x square plus alpha plus beta, alpha into beta plus beta into gamma plus gamma into alpha whole multiplied by x minus alpha into beta into gamma. Next thing which is important in this, that is your remainder theorem. If a polynomial function of x of degree n greater than equal to 1 is divided by x minus a, then the remainder is function of a. For example, function of x is equal to x cube plus 3x square minus 5x plus 4 be divided by x minus y. Then what are the remainder? So here we will solving it. Function of x is equal to x cube plus 3x square minus 5x plus 4. Here we can take x minus y is equal to 0. Then we calculate x is equal to 1. We putting the value of x in function of x is equal to x cube, that is 1 the power of 3 plus 3 into 1 the power 2 minus 5 into 1 plus 4. So we can easily find the remainder, that is your 3. The next important theorem is your factor theorem. So the condition that x minus a is a factor of a polynomial function of x if and only if function of a is equal to 0, thus x minus a is a factor of function of x, that is your function of a is equal to 0. Let's take an example. If x minus 2 is a factor of x square plus 3qx minus 2 cube, then the value of q is, we can solve like that, function of x is equal to x square plus 3qx minus 2q, and here x minus 2 is equal to 0, where we can take x is equal to 2.